Many physicians struggle with how much to charge for their services, particularly in the realm of elective procedures. It's a really important topic and one that shouldn't be dealt with lightly. It really gets down to the core value of what you're offering to your patients. And that value can take place in terms of the items that you sell, in terms of the services and activities that you perform, in terms of the experience the patient has in your practice, and in terms of the overall transformation that that patient is likely to go through as a result of participating in the services you offer. Well, it's a big topic to take on, and today I thought we'd just handle one thing, price, and price as a cue for perceived quality. We'll look at price and its role as a first impression that patients get when they're thinking about having services with you. We're going to look at a study that showed how price is a very important cue for quality, and it involves a topic that a lot of you enjoy, wine. Earlier this year, a study was released done by researchers at Caltech and at Stanford to help understand the relationship between price and perceived quality. This study involved consumers coming in as subjects to do wine tasting, and they were shown 4 glasses of wine, and what they were told was the price of the bottle that glass of wine came from, ranging from $5 and $10 up to $45 and $90. And traditional market research studies such as this have focused on and have really concluded that more expensive is perceived as better. What was so interesting about this study, though, was how the researchers changed things up a bit. First, they had subjects taste the $10 glass and the $90 glass. And as we would expect, people preferred the $90 glass. What the researchers didn't disclose was it was the wine from the $90 bottle that was poured into the $90 glass and the $10 glass. Similarly, they did it with the other pair at $5 and $45. And this time, it was the $5 wine that was poured into that glass as well as the one labeled $45. In both cases, it was the more expensive wine that was chosen. Perhaps the most fascinating finding in this study was what happened physiologically. Patients were hooked up to functional MRI devices, which is to be expected given this was Stanford and Caltech. So researchers could measure brain wave stimulation as the patients were sipping and tasting wine. And what they found was that there was actually greater stimulation tasting the $90 wine than there was tasting the $10 wine. But remember, it was the same wine poured in both glasses. So this notion of preference for things that are more expensive is not just a function of snob appeal or what we subjectively think. It was actually shown physiologically to create greater brain stimulation. There are several really good lessons here that can be applied to every elective practice. Traditionally, we'd like to think that price and demand are related, so that if we lower the price of something, we'll sell more of it. But that's not necessarily true in elective medicine, as we've shown with the LASIK experience over the last 10 to 12 years. And what this study has shown us is that price and quality are inextricably linked. People perceive things that are more expensive to be of better quality. So we have 2 questions that you need to ask yourself. For those of you who may be charging too little for your services, ask yourself, is your price sending the right message or the wrong message relative to the value of the services you offer? And for those of you who consider yourself premium providers and are already charging premium prices, ask yourself, is the level of service and the level of experience you're offering your customer, does that justify the prices you charge? Hopefully, this will help you get your prices in better line with the services you offer. Until next time, this is Shareef Mahdavi thanking you, and good luck.